Hello everyone there. I, Professor Santosh Bansode, welcome you all for this lecture on recording techniques. This is the lecture number 5 on the course Industrial Engineering and Operations Research. In previous lecture, we discussed the method study procedure. So recording techniques is one of the important steps of method study procedure. So after the selection of existing method, the next step is to record that method. So there are various techniques for recording a method. So there are various techniques such as charts, diagrams, templates and models. So according to the nature of the jobs being studied and the purpose for which the record is required, these techniques have been divided into these three categories. Now let us discuss first what are the types of charts or process charts. So there are several types. There are several types of process charts which can be divided into two groups. The first group where it records a process sequence only, but it does not record the time scale. That means only events are recorded without the time scale, but series is maintained in the order in which they occur. So group 2 is the category in which the record of events in the sequence in which they occur on a time scale, so that the interaction of related events can be more easily studied. So these two groups are important for classification of further process charts. So what are the types of charts? So according to the sequence of process and time scale, these fall into these categories. So first three types A, B, C are on the basis of group 1 category, that is sequence of operations as well as no time scale is there. So operation process chart, first one is the operation process chart. It is also called as outline process chart. Second class is flow process charts, man type, material type and machine type or equipment type. And third one is the two-handed process charts, where the time scale is not present. But in the group 2 category charts, the time scale is present with the order of sequence of operations. Now let us discuss here a job versus recording techniques. On the left hand side, a job or an activity is mentioned, where on the right hand side the type of chart required is mentioned here. So if we want to record the complete sequence of manufacturing, the charts useful are outline process chart, flow process chart and flow diagrams. In the next course of time, we will discuss these charts one by one with the examples. If we want to depict the movement of materials, we can use the outline process chart, that is operation process chart, flow process chart with material type. This is movement of material, so we have to use the flow process chart with material type. Then we can show the movement of material with the help of flow diagrams, travel chart or by constructing the models. Similarly, movement of workers can be recorded with the chart type, flow chart, man type, string diagrams, travel charts. Also handling of materials can be shown with the help of flow process chart, material type, flow diagrams and string diagrams. So these are the techniques used for recording these activities in an organization. So if you want to display a layout, workplace layout, the charts useful are flow process chart, man type, two-handed process chart, multiple activity chart, SIMO chart, cycle graph, chronocycle graph. SIMO chart means simultaneous motion cycle chart. Movement of operatives at work. So we can use the film analysis here to record the movement of operatives at work, SIMO chart, memo motion photography, micro motion analysis. So first, these two are in our discussion, will be in our discussion in the next part. So gang work or automatic operation. We can depict or record this activity with the help of flow process chart, equipment type, or multiple activity chart. So these are the various activities and recording techniques discussed here. Now let us discuss here what are the elements of work. Sometimes they are also called as method study symbols. So these symbols are very important as far as recording technique is concerned. We use here these 5 basic symbols: operations, inspection, transportation, delay, and storage. Each one has its own meaning. Sometimes more than one element occurs simultaneously. So it is shown as a combined element with the combined symbol. So for example, if there is an operation in combination with the inspection, or inspection in combination with transportation, so in this case we have to combine the symbols for inspection and transportation, or operation with inspection. So the first symbol or element of work is operation. So operation is depicted as a capital O or a hollow circle here. So operation indicates an action here. It is a step in the procedure. That is, it indicates the main step in a process or procedure. Generally, part, products, materials is modified or changed during the operation. That means here a part or product undergoes the change in shape. So an operation involves a change in the location or condition of a product. Here an operation is said to be taken place when the information is delivered or received, planning or calculations, etc. An operation takes place when the materials, components, service reaches a stage nearer to completion by changing its shape or compositions. For example, to drive a nail, to drill a hole, to type a letter, to cut a bar on a power hacksaw. These are the examples of operations. We can depict or record these activities as a circle on the chart. Now next method study symbol is the inspection. So inspection is depicted as or recorded as a rectangle on the chart. So it indicates the inspection or checking for quality and quantity. If you want to count the number of parts, or if you want to check the quality, that may be dimensional check or quantitative check, we have to depict this activity as a rectangle. However, it does not take material any nearer to the completion of product. So it merely verifies that an operation has completed correctly or not. Right? Inspection is nothing but the process of a step of verification. So by elimination of human errors, most of inspections can be done away with. So inspection is an act of checking for correctness of the quantity or the quality of items. So inspection is not normally expected to change the shape of a product. So for example, to examine the material for quality and quantity, take readings on a steam gauge on boiler to examine the printed for information. So these are the activities which comes under the inspection. Now the next method study symbol is the transport. So it is shown by an arrow. So it indicates the movement of workers, material, machine from one place to another. So transport indicates the movement of an item from one location to another. So item may be of any one of these types, either movement of workers, materials or machines. So for example, oil flowing through a penstock, or a aeroplane flying from one city to another, or we can say the movement of material by truck, movement of material by hoist or elevator, movement of material by carrying. So these are the examples where the transport symbol is used in the flowchart. Next operation. So next element is the storage. So storage represents a stage where a finished good or raw material is stored for an action. So it indicates the controlled storage in which the material is received into and issued from the store under authorization for reference purpose. So this is represented by an inverted triangle. So storage is represented by an inverted triangle in the process chart. So this is also called as permanent storage, and object is kept and protected against the unauthorized removal or movement. So for example, bulk storage of raw materials, finished products in warehouses, documents and record storage vault. So these are the examples where the storage symbol is used in the process charts. So if we want to store a milling cutter or refrigerators in the stockroom, we can represent this activity by a triangle, inverted triangle, that is storage. Now the next symbol in the method study is a delay. So you can say this has a capital D. It indicates the temporary storage, where the inverted triangle in previous slide we have seen, that is inverted triangle, it shows permanent storage. This is a temporary storage. We can say it has a delay. So it is the time in which the subject is waiting for the next operation without record. That means this is a delay. So semi-processed charts is laid aside temporarily without record. So we can say these are the parts waiting for the processing. So they come under the delay. So delay occurs when something stops the process and a product waits for the next event. So therefore it is called as a temporary halt in the process. For example, a case is waiting for unpacking. Parts are awaiting to put in a storage. So these are the examples where we have to use the symbol delay on the chart. So we'll discuss later part in the next